Hey guys, Buffing Game Bed today bringing our video, and today we are going to go through a weapon wish list that I would like to see for Delta Force Hawk Ops when it does come out, whether weapons that should be added at launch or after launch. So this weapon is going to, or the game itself is going to be a free-to-play game that will launch sometime this year in 2024. It'll be free-to-play, as I said, for all platforms, being the next-gen consoles, PC, and mobile devices. So getting into this, I'll link the video down below where I went through all of the weapons that we know of right now. There's currently 47 total weapons. Now, in the devlog number 2, which was released, I believe, the end of January, they did say that they were adding 13 additional weapons, as well as 60 new attachments. So what we have here in the 47 weapons from the video I did previously that is linked down below, there's some of those new weapons added, but I believe there's still some missing. So I think we're going to be seeing some additional weapons from the 47 that I covered in the last video of all weapons for Delta Force Hawk Ops. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the weapon wish list that I want to see. Now, quickly, this will be available here sometime over the summer, most likely, for alpha and beta testing in the US. I know currently there's alphas and betas going on over in China and other locations, and they just did an LA playtest at the time of recording this video. It would be today. So the game's coming along. It's being tested pretty in depth. So more testing going into this game than I've seen in a lot of games out there that release. So getting into this, let's start first off with the battle rifle category. They already have the MCX Spear in the game. I want to see the RM277. This is the NGSW submission from General Dynamics and True Velocity. This is their bullpup variant of the NGSW requirements that they came up with. This is one of my, I think aesthetically, one of my favorite weapons currently of the newer weapons that have come out more recently. And I think overall with the caliber itself, that 277, that 6.8 by 51 millimeter firing polymer cased ammunition has a lot of potential, particularly for this weapon. So I think this weapon's good, has some changes that have been made to it since it was selected for second place behind the Spear, but I think we're going to be seeing more of this weapon coming up here in the future, as it is a weapon that has a lot of potential. Sure, we'll see it potentially in the military in some regard, or law enforcement, something like that. But again, the RM277 firing 6.8 by 51 millimeters, same caliber as the MCX Spear. However, it does have different ammunition and ballistics. So firing the polymer ammo helps reduce weight, overheating, things like that. The weapon itself can be fired from a closed or open bolt, and it has a very low recoil pattern for it as well, with a great ballistics for the weapon itself, for the rounds that it fires. So this is a weapon I really want to see. Hopefully this is something that'll be added at launch or post-launch. Next up, for the assault rifle category, I want to see the Ukrainian Malyuk added. This is chambered in 7.62 by 39 millimeters, same as the AKM, which we do have. The AKM is available in the game here already. So the Malyuk is an Ukrainian bullpup conversion of the AKM weapon, and it is used basically with a lot of parts of the AKM in real life. Basically what they did is they kind of took old AKMs that they had in service and Saigas, and they reverse engineered them, created bullpup conversion kits, but they also made it just into their own new weapon. So you see a lot of Ukrainian special forces using the Malyuk over in Ukraine currently with the conflict going on there with Russia. So the Malyuk is a really, really cool bullpup AK weapon that is highly modular and very aesthetically pleasing. Again, firing the same round as the AKM, taking the same magazines, etc. The Malyuk, definitely a weapon that I think should be added to the game at some point. Next assault rifle I see added is the MCX Virtus. So as I said, they have the MCX Spear, but again, the MCX Virtus is the predecessor to the Spear, that being it's firing the 5.56 by 45 millimeter NATO round, and again, the high rate of fire around 900 rounds per minute. But with the customization in this game, not only would the Virtus be a great addition, but to have the customization to turn this into a Rattler build or an LVAW Black Mamba build, the low visibility assault weapon with that integral suppressor, I think the MCX Virtus would be a great addition to the game. And again, it's essentially like a lighter version of the Spear, firing the 5.56, really predecessor to the Spear Light as well. But the MCX Virtus definitely a favorite weapon of mine for sure. And again, any way to customize that to the LVAW with the enemy suppressed barrel option would be great. And again, given the gunsmithing and weapon customization in this game, that's definitely a possibility if they do add it. Next up, another battle rifle I would like to see is going to be the DSA 58 OSW. So the DSA 58 is essentially the modern Americanized version of the FAL. So it's essentially, it is a reprint of the FAL. DSA 58, again, more modernized version of the FAL, produced by Daniel Slavago Armament, or ARMS DSA. So the 58 OSW. Now the OSW particularly believe stands for Operational Specialist Weapon, or Operational Support Weapon. I think Specialist Weapon. I forgot the acronym there. But again, DSA 58 OSW is a modernized version of the FAL. It's a shorter barrel version with the OSW and a more modular version with Picatinny rails on the handguard, monolithic pick rail on top. Again, this is a battle rifle firing the 7.62 by 51mm NATO cartridge. And again, the DSA 58 OSW modernized version, so you can attach things like grips, optics, etc. to the FAL and control that recoil as best as possible with a full auto. So the DSA 58 is a very, very nice weapon. Again, firing that big battle rifle caliber, so I would love to see that added in the battle rifle category. Next up, moving on to some machine guns. So there's only 2 machine guns currently, that being the SAW and the PKM. I'd like to see the RPL-20. So the RPL-20 is a Russian belt-fed light machine gun shaped in 5.45 by 39mm. This is currently in testing. It's a prototype version being tested currently. But again, the RPL-20, it's basically the Russian version of the SAW, firing the same rounds as the AK-74, AK-105, that 5.55 by 39mm. So this is a cool weapon to be added. We've seen it in, I believe, Battlefield 2042. It'd be a good weapon to be added, again, adding more variety to the light machine gun category. Next up, another light machine gun being the M60 Echo 6, or the M60 E6. So this is the latest version of the M60 produced by U.S. Ordnance, I believe, is the company now that's producing this. So it is heavily improved version of the M60 E4. The E4 made a lot of improvements, but the E6 takes that to another level and improves it even more. Lighter weight, shorter, compact, versatile weapon. I believe the Danish military selected the M60 E6 over the M240 for their military. So the M60 E6 is a really nice weapon. Again, firing the 7.62 by 51mm NATO cartridge, a really great light machine gun with a slow rate of fire around 600 to 650 rounds per minute. Would be really nice to see this added to the game. Next up, another light machine gun would be the Knights Armament Company Light Assault Machine Gun. So this weapon is available in 2 calibers, 5.56 by 45 NATO and 7.62 by 51 NATO. I think it would be, you could have both, but I think the 5.56 by 45 NATO makes more sense. Now, the Knights Armament Company Light Assault Machine Gun is just what it sounds like, a light machine gun. It's very lightweight and short, compact weapon. It's made for assaulting, and it is, in fact, a machine gun. So the whole design behind this, it does have a special recoil mitigation system in it, so it has very little recoil. And again, because it is a lightweight machine gun, basically it's made to be used alongside within your squad as a SAW, but also pretty much as the assaulter role, and being able to have the ability to open it up like a machine gun if needed. Again, slow rate of fire, 600 to 650. Also helps with the low recoil of the weapon, in addition to the mitigation system. But the light assault machine gun is a really nice weapon by Knights Armament Company. Really nice, modern, modular design. I would love to see this added to the game. One more light machine gun would be the M250. So this is the machine gun from Sig Sauer that was selected for the NGSW program. The M250 will be firing the 6.8 by 51mm cartridge from Sig. And again, this is meant to replace the M249 SAW within the U.S. military. So this would be a nice addition to the game at some point, just to give kind of next generation of the squad automatic weapon from the U.S. military perspective. Since they have the spear in the game, it would make sense to have the M250 in the game as well. Next up, we have one more weapon here on this version of the wish list. And I'll let you guys leave all your comments down below if you guys have additional weapons that you want to see added. Definitely check out the previous video with all the current weapons that are in the game, so we don't get some duplicates here. because they do have a really good amount of weapons in the game already. Typically, a wish list of mine would have a lot of the stuff that they already have. So the last weapon I want to see is in the sniper rifle category. They only have 3 sniper rifles so far, so the sniper rifle that I would want to see is the M82 or the M95. So this is where the balancing part comes in. So the M82, we all know what the M82 is. That is the XM107. That's a 50 BNG sniper rifle, semi-automatic. So the problem with that, the Barrett M82, is that it is semi-automatic. So from a balancing perspective, that makes it a little bit harder for gameplay to have a 50 cal in semi-auto. So there you have to be a heavy delay within the semi-automatic fire, or you do the M95 variant, which is the bolt action version of the M82. Still firing the 50 BNG round, but again, you'd have to operate the bolt in order to chamber the round instead of having to be semi-automatic. So that would be a way around it for balancing purposes. Again, both anti-material rifles firing the 50 BMG, the 12.7 by 99mm cartridge. That would be a great addition to the game. And again, there's more you could add, obviously. So leave me down your comments down below what weapons you would like to see added to Delta Force. And we'll probably do a part 2 of this video. I just covered kind of the top ones that I was really thinking of while I was watching a lot of the gameplay and that I would really like to play with myself. So let me know your thoughts down below. Also, we have membership options available. Hit the join button and the link is also down below. And we do have some merchandise available in the link down below in the description. Let me know your thoughts about this game, about the weapon wish list. Leave your wish list down below and I'll cover it in the next video. Until next time, this is Buffer Gaming with Delta Force Hawk Ops weapon wish list. Till next time, Buffer Gaming out.